The Epilepsy Ireland app's opening screen has two very useful features that can be used directly from the application's home screen before you even log in. The SMS feature allows a person with epilepsy to send an SMS alert to a trusted friend or a family member if they suspect an oncoming seizure or after a seizure has occurred during the recovery period, whenever help is required. The video recording feature can also be accessed quickly by someone else to record the seizure, for example, a family member, a work colleague or a friend. The recording feature also acts as a useful aid for parents to keep a diary of their child's seizures. These videos can be very useful in diagnosing and treating seizures, as it enables medical staff to see exactly what happens to the person during the seizure. To log into the app, use the login button. If you have an account, enter your username and your password. If you do not have an account, use the sign in button on the bottom of the screen. The sign in button brings you to the registration page. Enter your details and press register. If you have forgotten your password, press the forgot password button and you can get another password. So I will just log in now. Normally, as a first-time user, you will be brought straight to the Terms and Conditions page, where you will be asked to accept the terms and conditions before using the app by clicking normally on a tick box at the bottom of the screen. All data entered on the registration page is stored on the app itself and not held elsewhere. As a user, the calendar page is automatically displayed on logging in and will always open to the current month. If you want to view previous months, you need to click on the month top left of the screen, which brings up a list of the different months. Any seizure events added to the calendar will be displayed with a blue circle, and any seizure events with attached video recordings will be displayed with a blue circle outlined in red. This event has a blue circle outlined in red, which means that there is a video recording attached. So if I press on this button, I get the seizure details and the video. To view the video, just click on the image and you'll be brought into the recording. The Record Seizure Details button allows the user to record details of the seizure. By choosing this button, the user will be given a list of different options to choose from. For example, you can link a video recording to a seizure record. And click the icon on the bottom right of the screen to save. The Seizure Type button displays a range of seizure types. Choose one or more options that best describes the type of seizure experienced and click OK. The Trigger button displays a list of possible seizure triggers. Choose one or more options that may apply and click OK. The Seizure Duration button displays a number of different time ranges. Choose an option from the list that best describes the length of your seizure and click OK. The Video button displays a number of associated video recordings of the seizure events. If there is no video, you can skip this option. For the emergency medication given button, choose from a yes or no option. From the ambulance called button, choose a yes or no option. The seizures button displays a list of common seizure features that occur during the seizure itself. Choose one or more options that may apply and click OK. The Pre-Features button displays a list of common features that may occur before the seizure begins. Choose one or more options that apply and click OK. The Post-Features button again displays a list of common features that may occur after a seizure has finished. Choose one or more options that apply and click OK. The Other Information button allows you to enter additional information that you may have in relation to the seizure. Click on the Date button to input the date of the seizure. Click on the Time button to input the time of the seizure. Save any details you have inputted by clicking on the floppy disk screen at the bottom right of the screen. Delete any details you have inputted that you don't want by clicking the trash icon at the bottom of the screen. Click on the Video Gallery button to display all seizure recordings and the date and time that they were created. To view a recording, click on the image. Click on the Contact Us button to display a list of useful Epilepsy Ireland links and contact information. As you can see here, I've just gone into the Epilepsy Ireland website. By clicking on the Logout button, which is at the bottom of the list, the user will immediately log out and find themselves back at the login page. Another useful feature of the Epilepsy Ireland app is the ability to customise the record seizure options, which allows the user to add triggers, seizures and seizure features that don't appear in the list as standard. You can access the Create Seizure menu by clicking on the menu icon at the top right of the screen for those users using the Android 3.0 operating system, also known as Android Honeycomb version. For those users using earlier versions of Android, for example 2.3, also known as Gingerbread, the menu icon can be found on the bottom right of the screen. A drop-down menu is displayed, which allows the user to add their own trigger features, seizure features and seizure types to the existing list. The user is asked for a shorthand description of the different symptoms they may have that are not available by default on the predefined lists. These descriptions are then added as an option when you are recording seizures on your calendar. By clicking on the Create Seizure Type button, Create Seizure Type, the user can enter a shorthand description of additional symptoms they may experience which are not available by default in the predefined lists. Save the details entered by clicking on the floppy disk icon at the bottom right of the screen. The additional symptoms entered will now appear in the main list of options of Create Seizure Type the next time you choose the Create Seizure Type option. By clicking on the Create Trigger button, the user can enter a shorthand description of additional triggers they may have which are not available by default in the predefined lists. So for instance, we can put in late night here. And you can save the details entered by clicking on the floppy disk icon at the bottom right of the screen. By clicking on the Create Pre-Feature button, the user can enter a shorthand description of the pre-features they may have, which are not available by default in the predefined lists. Save the details entered again by clicking on the floppy disk icon at the bottom right of the screen. By clicking on the Post Feature button, the user again can enter a shorthand description of the post-seizure features that they may have and save the details entered by clicking on the floppy disk icon on the bottom right of the screen. By clicking on the Setup SMS button, the user can enter an alert message that they want to send to someone in case of an emergency. And again, save those details by clicking the floppy disk icon on the bottom of the screen. By clicking on the Email Events button, the user can send details of particular seizure events recorded to an email account of their own choosing. The user can specify a particular time frame by entering a date in the Date From box and a date in the Date To box. Clicking on the envelope icon at the bottom of the screen allows the user to choose an email account that they wish to send the seizure information to. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that you find this app useful. Keep an eye out for future versions when we hope to add new features. Please let us know your feedback so that we can continue to improve it. Thank you.